Hello everyone, my name is Malcolm and I would just like to share my journey of how I came to faith. My life has been filled with deep pain and tremendous loss, but it's also a story of hope and restoration. My mother lost my twin brother at 8 days old and my dad was paralysed by a drunk driver when I was just 1 year old. This left my mother bringing up 4 children and also caring for my father. I spent my younger years in care, in secure units and also prison, struggling with rejection. My childhood was traumatic and I often felt lost and abandoned. I turned to drugs and alcohol as a way to cope with the pain and a way to escape the reality that was suffocating me. Tragedy struck when I lost my brother. He was 42 and he overdosed on heroin. This shook me to the core and I went deeper into substance abuse. The grief became anger and despair, and which only compounded my problems. I experienced another devastating loss with my other brother, who was murdered. The realization that I'd lost both of my brothers in such tragic circumstances was almost unbearable. I felt utterly alone and the darkness grew heavier. My heart felt like an endless void. I spiraled further and further into addiction, thinking nothing could ever bring me back or nothing could ever change. Additionally, I faced the heartbreaking loss of my daughter at birth, baby Danielle. This loss filled my heart with a sorrow I didn't think I could bear. I felt like the universe was against me and I was drowning in my grief. I found myself in a Christian rehab. This was my last hope. I was surrounded by walls that mirrored the ones I had built around my own heart. It was during one of these stints in rehab that I really began to reflect on my life. I had hit rock bottom and found myself asking the deep, hard questions. What is the purpose of all this pain? Is there hope for someone like me? By God's grace, I was transferred to a Christian trust. It was a place where I was welcomed with open arms despite my painful, messy and broken past. I remember being surrounded by people who genuinely cared. They shared stories of their own struggles, and for the first time I felt a flicker of hope. It was there that I encountered Jesus. I remember hearing about his love, his grace and how he came for the broken. I began to read the Bible and was captivated by the stories of redemption and forgiveness. Little by little, a seed of faith was planted in my heart. I started to understand that my past did not define me, that I was a child of the living God, worthy of love and having a second chance. Through prayer and support from those around me, I surrendered my life to Jesus. The chains of addiction began to break as I sought a clean and godly life. The more I learned about God's unwavering love, the more I wanted to live for him. Today my life is transformed. I am no longer that lost, broken person. I have a beautiful fiancée by my side. I have reconnected with my daughters and grandchildren, and being a part of their lives brings me immeasurable joy. I've witnessed firsthand the healing that faith can bring. My relationship with God gives me strength to face life's challenges, and I am committed to living a life that honours Him. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that even in the midst of the unimaginable pain and loss, there is hope in Jesus, and I thank you so much for that, Jesus. No matter where you've been or what you've done, I assure you that God's love is there waiting for you. And today I stand here as a testament to His incredible grace and mercy. Thank you for letting me share my journey with you. God bless you all. Thank you.